Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack the story of a brand you think you know, Myntra. And trust me, it's a journey that started in a really unexpected place and is heading somewhere even more surprising.
So, let me ask you, what's the first thing that pops into your head when you hear the name Myntra? Yeah, for most of us, it's probably fashion, right? Shoes, the end of reason sale, basically online shopping.
But I bet it wasn't personalized keychains. Yeah, you heard that right. Believe it or not, that is exactly where this whole story kicks off. Not with designer clothes, but with a totally different idea about custom-made gifts.
All right, let's get into Act 1, the past. We're going to rewind the clock all the way back to 2007 to see how Myntra got started and what problem they were even trying to solve in the first place.
So, the company was started by this powerhouse team of 4 IIT grads. You've got Mukesh Bansal, Ashutosh Lawania, Vineet Saxena, and Ravi Kumar Budruk. With their backgrounds in tech and business, they saw this really annoying gap in the Indian market. You know, people wanted cool, personalized gifts, but actually getting them made, it was a total nightmare.
So what was their big idea? An online portal where you could easily design and order your own custom stuff. We're talking t-shirts with your photos, mugs with funny sayings, calendars, you name it. And the best part? It all gets delivered right to your doorstep. Super simple, super clear.
But here's where things get interesting. The founders quickly figured out that, yeah, personalization was a neat little business, but there was a much bigger fish to fry. And this realization led to a massive bet-the-company pivot.
Just look at this timeline. That moment in 2011 is absolutely key. Can you imagine building a business for 4 straight years, getting it off the ground, and then just dropping it? That's exactly what they did. They ditched the entire personalization business to leap headfirst into the gigantic and way more competitive world of fashion. Talk about a gutsy move.
And this really shows you the before and after. In 2007, their promise was all about convenience for unique gifts. By 2012, it was about being the place for top fashion brands, all wrapped up in a fantastic customer experience. They literally changed their entire DNA as a company.
Now, this belief, this absolute conviction that mobile was the future, it led to one of Myntra's most famous and maybe infamous strategic decisions. They didn't just dip their toes in the water, they decided to go all in on the app.
So in 2015, they did something pretty radical. They shut down their website completely. If you wanted to shop at Myntra, you had to use the app. And the result? Oof! It was a swift and painful backlash. Sales took a nosedive because, well, a lot of people just prefer shopping on a bigger screen. They alienated a huge chunk of their customers and were forced to bring the website back within a year. A really tough public lesson in remembering who you're building for.
So, okay, despite that stumble, Myntra obviously recovered and became the giant it is today. So how did they do it? Let's jump into Act 2, the present, and take a look under the hood.
So how does the money flow? Well, it's not just one thing. Sure, the biggest chunk comes from taking a commission when they sell other brands' stuff, but they're also super smart about it. They've created their own powerhouse brands like Roadster and HRX, which have great margins. Plus, they make money from logistics fees and by letting other brands advertise on their platform. It's a really diverse model.
And all those things together create what investors call a moat, basically a big ditch around their castle that makes it super hard for anyone else to attack. Think about it. They have brand trust, exclusive deals you can't get elsewhere, a killer logistics network thanks to eCart, and they use data like nobody's business. Oh, and did I mention they're backed by the massive financial power of Flipkart and Walmart? Yeah, that's one heck of a fortress.
But, you know, even the strongest fortress can have a hidden weakness. And for all of Myntra's dominance, there's a threat creeping up on the horizon, one that could challenge their entire identity. And that threat has a name: commoditization. It's a fancy word for a simple problem. The act of buying stuff online is starting to feel the same everywhere. You just browse, click, and buy. And when that happens, when platforms like Amazon or Ajio are in the mix, what do you start looking for? The lowest price. And that's a huge problem for Myntra because their whole brand is built on being a fashion expert, not just the cheapest store.
So how do you fight that? Well, this brings us to Act 3, the future. And the thesis here is a bold one. It suggests that Myntra has to evolve again. It needs to stop being just a store and become something totally new.
And here is the core idea. Myntra has to transform itself from a place you go to buy things into the definitive AI-powered personal stylist for India. It's about moving from one-off transactions to building a real, ongoing relationship with every single user.
Now, this isn't just some sci-fi dream. It's a vision built on 3 really concrete pillars. First, imagine an AI stylist, the Myntra-style AI studio that doesn't just show you clothes, it actually helps you create outfits. Second, using something like blockchain to guarantee a garment is authentic, like a digital birth certificate for your clothes. And third, an immersive virtual wardrobe, where a 3D avatar that looks just like you can try on anything, finally solving that age-old problem of, will this actually fit me?
And this isn't something that happens overnight. Here's how it could roll out. You'd start in year 1 by building the basic AI stylist and AR try-on features. In year 2, you open it up, creating an entire ecosystem where users can co-create and even sell authenticated pre-owned fashion. And by year 3, it's fully integrated. Your stylist knows your calendar and suggests outfits for that wedding next month. It becomes a platform that empowers a whole new generation of small designers. Pretty cool, right?
So that brings us to the big takeaway, the really big question at the heart of all this. Would you trust an AI to be your personal stylist? I mean, really think about it. Because this isn't just about Myntra's next move. It's about the future of how we all think about and interact with fashion itself.